What's up, everyone? This is Gail Dudley with your news in motion. Today is the last day of July, of the month of July. Today is July the 31st, 2020. So I have your questions, so let's get started. I know y'all gotta remember today is Anything Friday. So anything goes on Friday. What's up, Kim Hill? So anything goes on Friday. So I just decided to move locations today. For my Anything Goes on Friday. So I have questions. You all sent in your questions, so I want to start going through your questions right now. All right? So the first question I have, I'm going to put these in some sort of order. All right. If there's no election in November and we haven't elected a president, does the Speaker of the House become president? Well, that's a good question. And usually that would be the case. Now, I'm not sure of the exact scenario because there's multiple scenarios if that happens. Let me read you the 20th Amendment. It says, the terms of the president and vice president shall end at noon on the 20th day of January, and the terms of senators and representatives at noon on the third day of January, of the years in which such terms would have ended if this article had not been ratified, and the terms of their successors shall then begin. So answering that question, because yesterday, hashtag President Pelosi was trending on social media, but not so fast. This is an election year for her. So technically, if there's no election on January the 20th, she's over with as well. I don't know. There's so many different scenarios with this. I really don't have the answer for you because if it's not Speaker Pelosi, it will then go to Senator Chuck Grassley, the Republican of Iowa. There's so many scenarios, but this is what we should be excited about. He doesn't have that power to delay, to move, to do anything with the election. The only people that have the power is Congress. So remember that, it's Congress. All right, give me your questions. If you have questions, give me your questions. And yes, again, we have this mug, Poetry Grind. Get your mug, Poetry Grind. It says, Black lives articulate creativity and knowledge. So come on, y'all, let me get some questions. Remember, this is Question Friday. Question Friday. Okay, if you don't have any, I have another one. I live in Ohio. You shared previously your experience with BMV. Can you tell me what documents are needed to renew my license? Yes. You need full legal name, date of birth, proof of U.S. legal presence, Social Security, proof of address, and if you're married, your marriage license for women. Yes, Demi, I'll answer that one too so everyone can see it. Her daughter registered to vote in Georgia because she is in school in Georgia. Now that she's in Ohio, does she have to register now in Ohio? And I share with her, no, just get an absentee ballot from Georgia. Now, if she wants to register in Ohio, she would just submit a change of address and move from Georgia to Ohio. But whatever you are doing, people, do it today. Don't wait. Do it today. Do it today. Do it today. I had a question from a 7th grader. Y'all, I love it that people are watching this from all over. So a 7th grader asked, is November 3rd considered the general election? And what is it exactly? Well, regular election is where most of any political body they're chosen. It's like the general election. The primaries are in the same year as the general election, but the primaries are usually the person that's going to be the head party for the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. And then also an independent can run as well. So then when you get to the general election, you just have those names to choose from. Or you can choose to write in. So great question. His name is Johnny Winston, the 7th grader. So now, Johnny, I have an assignment for you. I know we're not quite in school year yet, but would you be willing to write a one-page essay that we can then upload on News in Motion and share it with everyone to show? So give us more information on the general election. I want to see your research on what you come up with. So just one page, like 3 paragraphs, so we can share it. But thank you, Johnny, for your question. I love it, y'all. I am loving what I do. Y'all know, again, this is Any Day Friday. That's why you in a different location. Anything Goes Friday is Question Friday. So I just like having fun. I said, I'm going to just change up the location. So thanks, Johnny, for that. Also, with the license, with the BMV, the documents, now you have to remember soon, I believe it's maybe October 2021, to fly anywhere, you will no longer be able to fly with just your driver's license. It needs to be a compliant driver's license or a compliant ID, and that's for anybody, anywhere in the U.S. So, or you can use your regular driver's license and a passport, but everything is rolled into one if you choose. So if you know that you travel, you really want to go ahead and get the compliant license. Now, for me, again, because I'm married, and I'm married to Kevin Dudley, I had to bring in my marriage license to show them that from my birth certificate, my name changing from Pryor to Dudley, I had to show that. So I'll give that list again. Full legal name, date of birth, proof of U.S. legal presence, social security card, proof of address, and that needs to be 2 documents. And if married, your marriage license. Also, with this being an election year, if you are, you got to check your Secretary of State's office for this. So I'm going to speak only on Ohio for this. Y'all know I'm a resident of Ohio. But in Ohio, if you are turning 18 on or before November the 3rd, you can register to vote, but you have to register to vote by October the 5th. That is the last day to register. You would just take your information, or you can upload that on those links that I'll give you in a few moments. Well, I'll give them to you now. Vote.gov, vote.org, iwillvote.com, whenweallvote.org, rockthevote.org, and you can also look at readypublication.com and click the Ready to Vote campaign icon. So you can do that as well. So if you are turning 18 prior to that November 3rd election or on November 3rd, you can still register to vote, but you have that same deadline as everyone else, which is October the 5th. So remember that. Now again, for that age, I'm giving you the information from the state of Ohio, but check your Secretary of State's office for where you live, for the state and where you live. All right, let's see. There's another question. What do people need to watch for before they vote for a person, policy, or issue? Well, under person, what is their platform? Not just sound bites, but what's their platform? And then policy, what is it? How will it benefit you? How will it benefit the community? What are the pros and the cons of the policy? And then issues, be informed of the issues. Read up on political issues, y'all. This takes work. I know you're probably thinking, well, I'm gonna just go pull the lever or complete my absentee ballot and call it a day. Well, there's more to it than that, you all. There's work, and that was another question. So let me go there and come back to finish this. A question was, what do we do after the election? Are we done? No, that's where we begin to hold our representatives accountable after the election. We continue to work. We continue to be on the front lines. We continue to share the truth. Just like yesterday, I cannot tell you, and I was on social media, I was looking at the different news before I was watching the funeral of the our icon, our legend, John Lewis funeral. But it's interesting. I mean, y'all, hashtag President Pelosi was trending. And I thought it was so amazing. I said, well, And see, here's the thing. This is what we need to understand as well. People are talking about the highest office. You know, there are 3 branches of government. We'll go through that at another time. But people have been talking about the highest office. But here's the truth. When I was digging, because Latrice Jones, yes, I'm calling her out, gave me this crazy question at 11 o'clock last night, and I had to keep researching. And hear me, there's multiple scenarios. Do your own research. There are multiple scenarios because this is her election year. And you don't even know that she's running for office, do you? Well, for re-election. This is her election year. So technically, her term ends on January the 3rd, 2021. That's when her term ends, which means if there's not an election, I don't know what that looks like. So if her term ends, well, it won't be President Pelosi. It will actually go to, if I'm reading this correctly, check the source for yourself. If I'm reading this correctly, it actually goes to Grassley, Senator Chuck Grassley. That's who it actually goes to. Now, when I was digging into this, there are only 65 senators, get this, y'all, only 65 senators who would remain in office if the 20th Amendment, and it's what it is, January the 3rd, hey, and I'll read that for you again. The terms of president and vice president shall end at noon on January the 20th, noon on the 20th day of January. And the terms for senators and representatives at noon on the 3rd of January of the years which such terms would have ended. So we don't know. There's all kinds of scenarios. But I'm glad because the FEC, the commissioner, came out yesterday and she did a tweet. She said, "No, Mr. President, you do not have the power to move the election, nor should it be moved." She goes on with her tweet to say, "States and localities are asking you and Congress for funds so they can properly run the safe and secure election all Americans want." Then she says this in her tweet, y'all. "Why don't you work on that?" So there you have it. I'm going to do one more question. These are good questions, people. Let me know if y'all like Question Friday. Let me know if you like that. Another question is, how important is it to vote in all local elections? First of all, voting is our civic duty. That's number one. Voting is our civic duty. There are a range of issues. You have taxation, you have education, you have health care, you have civil rights, you have so much human rights. So you want to vote in your local election. You don't want to skip the local election year. You don't want to bypass those elections. If there is an election that's happening locally in your area, vote. I don't care if there's one person on the ballot, vote. Don't even get in the mindset, well, there's only one person running, so I'm not going in. Still go in or cast your ballot, vote. Still vote in your local election. Your local elections connect to the higher offices. Don't forget that. Your local elections connects to the higher offices. When I was digging for the answer for Latrice Jones late last night, Latrice, that was a good question. When I was digging for that, I was looking like, okay, so wait a minute. If all these representatives and senators and Congress people, if their term ends on January the 3rd, 2021, and there's only left with 65 people in the Senate, what happens? When I kept digging, it says, well, sometimes governors will fill those roles. Now, I don't know. There are just many different scenarios. Resources, search it for yourself. I was amazed. All right, y'all, the coronavirus numbers. I get mine from the World Health Organization. There are 4,634,985 cases in the U.S. There are 155,285 deaths. There are 2,284,965 that have recovered. So let's celebrate the recovery. Now, U.S. report 14,000 coronavirus deaths in a day. That happened on Wednesday. And that's about 1 per minute. 1 per minute, people. 1 per minute of people dying from coronavirus. Arizona, Florida, Mississippi report record high deaths for one day. Florida breaks virus death record for the third straight day. And then y'all, Homeland, get this one. Get this one. This is why we vote. This is why we vote. Homeland Security identifies 98 emerging hotspots in 30 states. 98 emerging hotspots in 30 states. But here's the part that just, I'm like, what? But they are not telling us where. Who does that? You mean to tell me there's a hotspot emerging and you're not going to tell me where it is? Yo, this is why we vote. You know, we got to stop looking at the names on the ballots and look at the issues. Look at what is happening and vote based upon that. But vote based upon your morals and your values. Y'all, October the 5th. That is the last day to register to vote, to be able to vote in the November 3rd election. Again, check your Secretary of State's office to see if any dates have changed because we're in the middle of a pandemic. But don't even wait for October. Do it today. Check your voter registration and information today, people. Our lives depend upon it. Our lives depend upon it. Go to vote.gov. Go to vote.org. Go to iwillvote.com. Go to readypublication.com and click the Ready to Vote campaign icon. Go to rockthevote.org, whenweallvote.org. There are so many URLs out there that are legitimate. So I'm giving you those that I know that are absolutely legitimate. So you want to check that out. You want to check that out. All right, y'all, for the win. For the win. Oh, before I go to the win, I got to give you a shout out. Shout out to all the NBA players who took a knee on yesterday. Shout out to, not one was left standing, and they all had on Black Lives Matters t-shirts. Yeah, that's happening. That's happening, y'all. So for the win. Oh, I just was so excited. It just gave me calmness when I saw he just walked so smooth, and he went up into the pulpit and he greeted everyone. Yes, I'm talking about the 44th president of the United States of America, President Barack Hussein Obama. When he just walked out, it's like the atmosphere just shifted. It was so good to hear his voice and to hear intelligence and at the same time rally us. And he said, if we want to honor John Lewis, vote, people. Make this a national holiday. See, if we vote, we can speak into that because we're raising our voices. But he gets the win for yesterday. And my inspirational message before I sign off today is press. I press towards the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus. Y'all, it's pressing time. What's up, Gail Troy? It is pressing time. Y'all, Gail Troy's place opens up tomorrow. If you are in Central Ohio, what the waffle? Y'all, they got the baddest sweet potato muffins. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've been waiting for this day. It opens tomorrow, Saturday. Gail Troy, put your times down in the comment section. If you are in Central Ohio or if you live within a 4-hour radius, just drive on in to Long Street in Columbus, Ohio, and get some What the Waffle. Y'all, they got this waffle sandwich that it has egg, it has bacon, it has cheese, and it's enclosed with 2 amazing waffles. You want to get to What the Waffle. Yes, I'm so glad I saw Gail Troy pop in here. You want to get to What the Waffle. It opens on tomorrow. Y'all know who's going to be down there in line, because I know it's going to be a line. But don't worry, we get in line for everything else. Just stay 6 feet apart. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Have that Purell with you. Wash your hands. Back up 6 feet apart. Just wait patiently and go in there and get that What the Waffle, y'all. It opens tomorrow. So back to my inspirational message. Y'all, I was that excited. We got to press, y'all. It's pressing time. We have to press towards the prize, which is the high calling of Christ Jesus. It is. It's pressing time. We can't give up. We cannot throw in the towel. We have to keep going. We have to. So y'all like this? Check this out. Yeah. This is from Michelle Bowie. It's Fruit of Her Hands. And you can get that by going to her Facebook page, which is Fruit of Her Hand. Michelle Bowie, she makes this is handmade, y'all. This is just beautiful. It's cute, isn't it? Looks good on me too, right? I told y'all, it's anything Friday. I say what I want to and do what I want to. The last question I have, and then we're going to go. Oops, and that paper went flying. The last question I have, and don't get used to this look. It's just Friday. Anything goes. And I just wanted to move at my space today. The last question I have, this person says, on your birthday, y'all, yep, I turned 55 on July the 19th. They said you were talking about mimosas. And I heard you make a mean mimosa. Y'all know this is somebody who knows me, right? Can you tell us what you put in your mimosa? Well, sure, I can tell you that. I use orange juice, no pulp. Pulp just gets caught in my throat. I can't handle it. No pulp. Then I have champagne. Now, I put in the orange juice first. But before I do that, I take I slice open an orange. And I take the juice of the orange and go around the rim of the champagne glass. Then I have a napkin or a bowl or whatever with sugar, and I take the champagne glass and I turn it upside down to put sugar around the rim of the champagne glass. Then I put a little bit of heavy cream in the bottom of the glass. It gives it more like a creamsicle mimosa. Less than a teaspoon of cream, and then I pour in the orange juice, and then I top it off with champagne. Y'all heard that. I top it off with champagne. I don't top it off with orange juice. I top it off with champagne. All right, y'all. Y'all got a whole lot on a Friday morning. Now listen. If you are watching this and you have not registered to vote, I'm going to need you to do that today. Today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Do that today. If you are listening and you're thinking, I don't know if I'm a vote because I don't like the two people that I have. You sit at home, you are seriously voting in the person that you have decided to sit at home. You can't sit at home on this one. We have two choices. We have the occupant of the Oval or we have Joe Biden. Pick one. Now, I know who I'm going with. But you have to pick one. Don't stay at home on this. Don't stay at home. All right, y'all. It's Friday. I'm Gail Dudley. If you are just now tuning in, just hit the replay button and check it out. I answered some serious questions. And again, Latrice Jones had me up all late at night trying to find an answer of something. So you check it out for yourself. You have to vote. If you are in Central Ohio, check out Breathe Columbus. If you are in Dallas, Texas, check out Joy and Company and what they're doing. If you are, yes, Michelle, put down your information so they know where to get this beautiful. This is cute, y'all. I look cute in it too. This is cute. Oh, and don't forget another sponsor, Poetry Grind. Y'all, this mug is bad. Black Lives Articulate Creativity and Knowledge. They also have t-shirts and tote bags. That's Poetry Grind. If you are in DC, check out Howard University and their news. If you are in Atlanta, you want to check out the news that's coming out of Spelman College. But check these places out, y'all, and support. People have been asking, how can I support you? You can go to my Cash App, which is the $MIM today. But hey, just help me out. Do some research for me. Let me know what's going on in case I miss something. But you all have a great day. I am Gail Dudley with your News in Motion. It's whatever I want to do on Friday. Have a great weekend until Monday. Peace out.